Hello. I know. I always put my fingers in front of this. I, so I've lost a sister and a brother, and ever since then, I mean, my brother died a week ago only, but my sister died before Christmas. I think it was November, and I've spent time up in where I'm from on the farm, and my sister's place. She lives on a farm up near Auburn, and we had a gathering up at the Lutheran church, or where I went to church when I was young, and it brought me back. It really brought me back. I've been married to Chris, and I moved down here to Sydney in 1985, 86, and that was a long time ago. So we're talking 30 years. I've since divorced, and that was 8 years ago, and I still live here in this town. I work in the Binghamton area, as a trucker, and I've had a good time. I met wonderful people. One who invited me to dinner tonight. I mean, it's my ex-brother-in-law. I mean, he just said, "Hey, I've got a roast in a crock pot, and you want to come down for dinner?" And yeah, sure. You know, you always, as a bachelor, when somebody invites you to dinner, you're like thinking, I gotta go, 'cause it don't happen too often when you get a great meal. You know, I'm always. I mean, I eat okay, but you know, home cooked stuff. And he does that every so often, so I enjoy it. Thank you. And so, back to what I'm talking about. These are wonderful people here, for sure. They are. They're great. They've been good to me. Even after the divorce, I remain friends with them all. But I keep thinking now, my family. I don't keep in touch with them. It's been hard for me because I live 2 hours away, and there's no place to really just go and say, hey, and I spend the night all the time. My sister, though, has a farm, and said she lets me stay at her place. Anyway, I met up with my old friend Bob, and that's where the farm I grew up on, up in Skaneateles. And I've been thinking to myself, it's time to reconnect with them all. I've let them all down. My godmother and on her farm, they wanted me to run that farm years ago, and I didn't. I really regret that. If there's one regret I have, it's that. I could have been running a farm. It's my passion, but when you're young, and I was very naive about everything, so, you know, um, I just didn't take that opportunity. You live what you live with now. But my friend Bob has said that the farmhouse, it's owned by the farm, and going to be for rent again. And I'm thinking, I might want to go up there and live. I would be on that farm, you know, home. You know, I miss everything down here too. I know I would. But I'm thinking this is a good opportunity for me to reconnect with my family. To be able to, on weekends, just go and hang out with them. They can come to the farmhouse and hang out with me. I can walk around that land again. That's what I like. Just walking around on that land. It's a big decision because I own this. And I'd be going back to something I don't own, but I think it would be great. But I still have some time to think about it. You know, it's definitely worth thinking about. Anyway, this morning it was 15 below zero, and I've kept it pretty warm in this trailer. You know, trailers can get very cold because they, you know, there's no basement. Air gets under them, and you know, you just got to keep them warm. I use that wood stove, and I have a extra kerosene heater I put right in the kitchen and just let her rip. You know, it keeps it nice and toasty in here, even when it's below zero. So I'm pretty warm. You know, that's life up here in the Northeast. Sometimes, you know, it gets pretty cold. It's not 40 below like Minnesota or Canada, but it's cold. And I just wanted to put this on film because, you know, I want to record my life for my kids. I put it up on YouTube, and if no one watches it, they can someday. You know, they can see the progressions that I do and why I make decisions. And it's not because I don't love my son who lives here in this area. You know, it's for me. You know, my daughter, Georgette, she lives in Louisiana, so she's not close anyway. She's close to my heart, but not close in physical terms. And so I'm really thinking this is time for me. It'd be a wonderful feeling for me to just go up there, and then I could go visit my godmother. She's old, but I could spend the summer with her, you know, on weekends and just hang out and do things for her. And, you know, I have a belief in God, and I would go back to the Lutheran Church, you know, as much as I felt like it on Sundays, you know, and I actually met the minister up there. Her name is Paula. She was a wonderful minister, and you know, those are my roots. In today's society with electronics and everybody's just moving around, you know, and it's so easy to forget your family. You know, you do. I've witnessed it in my own family, and I witness it in others. You know, just by, with the electronic age, you meet people, and you know, they're over here, and their sister lives over here, and everybody just moves away from where their roots are. It's like it means nothing to a lot of folks, and it means something to me, though. It means, as a young boy, it's where you put your feet down. You know, the actual ground you walk on, where I walked, and I did so much as a young boy, and I loved it. You know, I mean, the farm isn't an operational farm anymore. The land is still there, and another farm rents it from Bob. But the barn is still there, and the houses are still there, and I feel like I could, you know, help him clean it up a little bit, because it was, you know, kind of in disarray. Maybe clean it up, get things going a little bit, you know, and make him feel better about his life. At the same time I'm making my life feel a little better. You know, I'm a truck driver, so you know, I'm gone during the week mostly. So, but on weekends, man, I would be home. I like that idea. Still tough though. Just wanted to get this down on tape. See them? Okay, let's go for a walk. I'm just gonna go down to my brother-in-law's house. Turn this light on for the night. Okay, let's go. Alright. Got the 0 out. You hear the snow crunching. Not a whole lot of snow, but it's cold. That woman there, she's, look at that. Changes her flags when different times of things happening. That's Valentine's flag. This is the park I live in. This is my trailer. I just ordered another load of wood for myself and my neighbor. Beautiful around here, right? Right? You know, it's hard to, I was saying earlier, leave, but still could. I think that place in front of us is empty. I never see anybody there. This is Kirk's place. This is down through here. So kind of a valley through there, right? Pretty. Gold. And we have arrived. See you later.